By the time we got back midday, the deer tribe members were settled in, including Firefly. We could have been back by morning, but we had taken some time ourselves to get back enjoying the little time we had with just each other, perhaps enjoying it a little too much, but it was rare that it was just us anymore, without someone needing Colt for advice. Perhaps this would have been our lives if we would have left, or perhaps one day this would be our lives if Colt were to lose a challenge. But I knew there was little chance of that happening, but perhaps, if Colt chose Abira's way, no, he would never leave the herd, even if Abel was there. He wasn't trained to be that way. He held every responsibility, even if he didn't have to shoulder it all. The herd was greeting us with happiness, as Colt, in his own words, told them that we would be settled for a while, that all was well with our daughter, as Gretel removed her from her traveling nest, as the herd called them, holding her close. "My little Moon, oh, how you've grown in the past few days!" She gushed over her, and of the news of medical back in the herd, they all yipped in the happiness of having healers. But Colt didn't leave it at that. Some of Fernias's students came looking after the camp the best they could, but they were only adequate for minor injuries while we were gone those 3 days, as well as when we had gone for those months, by Colt's instruction to Abel to bring them. But most were only a year or two into understanding medical, so the ones that were still wanting to learn were introduced to fluorescence and lightning. They were intrigued by the new young people, wanting to learn anything they could from them. Next, Abel waited to see Colt patiently while Colt took care of a few loose ends, but afterwards he looked to Abel. "I see a lot has been done in the short time we have been gone, brother. Very well done." Abel smiled slightly. "I was just doing what I heard from you that needed to be done." Colt put his hand on Abel's shoulder. Nevertheless, it was done, and finely so. Abel took a breath. Colt then asked, "Has all been well here?" Abel nodded. "Nothing out of the ordinary. Everything has been going quiet and smooth. How was your trip, brother?" "I must say we were rather thrilled to see the deer tribe's women come, and then Firefly. So we knew you would be home soon, and the girl T we were not expecting, but we settled her in." Colt nodded in agreement. "Yes, all is well as you heard in my talking, but there is much to talk on. But first I must go speak with Firefly, then we can talk deeper." Abel just nodded as Traveler came up. "It is good to see you well. Colt, I see that your short journey was a well one. Is there anything you ask of me?" Colt looked to him. "No more than I already have." Colt smiled slightly. Traveler cleared his throat slightly, Colt still looking to him. "Is there something you wish to speak on?" Traveler shook his head. "No. No, I was just thinking," Colt continued. "Very well, I shall be going to the underground, Abel. I wish to not be disturbed, unless it is dire, understand." Abel nodded.